hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let's just adjust the volume there. Little column A, little column B. Alright, we should be balanced. And bam. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope y'all are ready for the holidays. I just got back from the store grabbing some fresh veggies for tomorrow. But I was meaning to dive into this earlier, but had a couple errands to run first. Anyways, so today we're basically trying to do cleanup before the next patch drops, 1.6. So we got a couple character stories to do, and then depending on time, I might start digging into the event as well, because I am clearly cutting it close. I haven't touched it yet. Oh, good. My neighbor with the mysterious RV just rolled up, and his 3 dogs that he keeps in it are running around barking. Good times. Anyways, let's dive in. So we'll go chronological and then do Jingliu's thing first, which is this one here. So I accidentally started it last time, but basically we found a letter. It was just chilling around. Hey, Kate. Yeah, we found a letter just laying in the parlor car, and we went and asked Don Hung about it, and he was like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting anything." Whoops. Why am I having a struggle? One second. We'll just do that. Alright, good shit. Let's go talk to Don Hung. But not that Don Hung. The other Don Hung. The one that's big chillin' in his room. I'm gonna miss having everyone crowded around in the parlor car while waiting for the Argenti quest to kick off.
What is it? Do you need something? Oh. Are you interested in what happened?
Alright, we're going on an adventure. No, I'll bring my own Jingliu. Then, we'll go... Kayla, Wahwa, and Branya.
I'll be needing a combat report, Pela.
Alright, hi-ho, hi-ho. On an adventure we go.
After all this time away from the Luofu, the seat of divine foresight has only become more hostile. It's quite reassuring. Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. I'm just reminiscing about the old days. However, I never thought Jingliu would send you to accompany me. It would seem our fates are intertwined.
Well, there's a fun little happenstance moment.
Huh? I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't Don Hung.
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Oh, hey, Zyka. How's it going?
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full responsibility. They can deduct my next 100-year salary if they like.
The Cloud Knights were doing their duty. I'm here to ask the general about the Stellaron hunters.
You came at a bad time. The general is busy with urgent work. You probably won't be able to meet with him today. But he did leave a message. Don Hung. Do you recognize the person on the steps?
No. If the general isn't available,
Got Argenti's
I'll
light
come
coat
back
and
another
silver
day.
wolves. Nice.
You
Sounds like you're set
don't
for the
remember
future.
her? I see. I suppose the memories of your previous life really were wiped clean after the rebirth. That is Jingliu, the previous sword champion of the Xianzhou La Fu. She was the closest friend of Imbibitor Lune, your previous incarnation. She was also the general's master. According to records of wars past,
Ah, so they were
her
tight.
blade has slain countless denizens of abundance. Not even the feather guards of the Wingweaver, the father wolf of the Borazon, or the gigantic mecha beast could withstand a single strike from her. She's a renowned legend. However, those are ancient stories. It's a shame that even a hero like her wasn't able to break free of Mara. It is said that in the end, Jingliu lost her sanity and slaughtered anyone in sight. She was deemed a criminal and fled to outer worlds. With her powers, you'd think there would be no one capable of bringing her in. For some reason, she arrived on the Luofu with a suspect disguised as a traveling merchant and said she wanted to turn herself in. Her surrender came with one condition: that she be allowed a day of freedom before the trial. She wanted to travel to Scale Gorge Waterscape and meet with her old friends one last time. I can't believe Jingyuan actually agreed. Before he left, he ordered us to accompany Jingliu during her last day on the Luofu. We're hosting an honored guest. We're escorting a criminal.
It's kind of wild.
Imbibitor Lune, you're here. Since you traveled all this way, why don't you come and talk with me?
I got some disappointing news for you.
Or should I call you by your name in this lifetime? Don Hung. When I left the Xianzhou, I heard they took away your scales and horns, forced you into a hatching rebirth, and detained you in the Shackling prison. I thought Imbibitor Lune had been wiped from this world. But then I returned to the Luofu and watched as you parted the sea. After all these years, it was a magnificent sight to behold.
So she's a fan. I remember you, but barely. My past life is over.
the life of Imbibitor Lune ended. I stand before you, a completely different person.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. Now you are a nameless, traveling across the galaxy. But can anyone really bid farewell to their past? If my guess is correct, the Preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end, and hoped for the Imbibitor Lune's resurrection. That is why they tampered with the molting rebirth, and turned you into what you are now.
Interesting.
Imbibitor Lune's actions affected many. Are you here to set things straight?
I, too, am a criminal. What right have I to deliver punishment.
Well, when you're right, you're right.
I returned to the Luofu so I could surrender myself to the Alliance and atone for my sins. I did, however, have one request before the trial. I asked to be given a single day to go and
Thank
see
you for the
old
bits.
friends and to fulfill promises I made long ago. Jingliu has always been an understanding person. He heard that you would be coming and agreed to my request.
So, you're the one that mailed the letter to the Express.
That's right.
Everyone's so, like, extremely unhinged in this group. From the Cloud Quintet. We stand the unstable.
Depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the poems describe. But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this?
Locha's such a shithead.
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be performing your trial here.
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigation,
Yeah, I wish I grabbed him too.
you arrived on
When he
the
comes
Luofu
around again, I'm
with a
gonna
group
get him.
of merchants, but didn't make a single trade during your stay. Your departure coincided with the day the calamities took place. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no course of action. Now you claim that you are responsible for the Stellaron crisis and wish to surrender yourself. Your behavior truly is puzzling. I can't seem to piece together your motive.
Yeah,
I was asked to deliver a
Lynx is really
token
good as
in my
well.
capacity as
There's
a
a lot of good
traveling
healers.
merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda for entering the shackling prison, but in the end, I found that the Luofu did not possess what I was looking for. It is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer. It would be silly of me to think that I could outrun the Alliance.
Merely a wanderer. You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the Eternity Fortress and the Shroud Veil Star Zone?
what did he do there?
Or must I utter that tongue twister of a name?
Oh?
Well, they don't call you the Divine Foresight for nothing, General.
You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research, or this conversation would have been quite dry.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
A little optimistic there.
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine the Alliance is a grave crime. According to protocol, you are to be held on the Xianzhou Shuling for a joint trial before the 10 Lords Commission and the 7 Arbiter Generals. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape. It will be the last view of the Luofu you ever lay eyes on.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet once gathered and feasted here hundreds of years ago. The unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor Lunae Dan Feng, the artful piloting skills of Bai Heng, the divine weapons crafted by the Juming artisan Ying Xing, and the unmatched stratagem of the General. The 5 of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. Unfortunately, nothing lasts forever, and the High Cloud Quintet disbanded as each of you went your separate ways. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss things that shouldn't be overheard. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jingliu.
Saw right through him.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard.
He's
young
trolling.
man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Luné, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them.
She's so breathy when she's speaking.
When the people of the Xianzhou live to be more than 1,000 years old, each day is like carrying the weight of a mountain through an interminable maze.
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
Oh, that solved that. Where do we want to eat? Kind of question. You know, it's kind of weird that everyone could just come to this warehouse area for free. I guess it's not officially open to the
Star
public.
skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Bai Hung, the Foxian pilot?
Bai Hung. I think I've seen that name somewhere before.
Unfamiliar to you and elicits no feelings. However, a voice inexplicably rings in your
Let
ears.
the noble High Elder drown the enemies in rain. We just need a watch from the sky, I presume?
Imbibitor Luné, if memories are returning to you, share them.
I think she was one of Imbibitor Luné's comrades.
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibitor Luné and all of us. Well, that's all in the past now. The reason we came to Stargazer Navalia is because I wanted to pay tribute to her here.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. It is something I have regretted to this day. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I know nothing of the process.
It's gonna be a long walk down memory
Follow
road.
me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking around.
No need to worry about the two of us.
There we go. Nice and easy.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the device. The vessel used to cultivate starskiff seeds will be activated, and a ship will appear in the skyport soon after. I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read? I couldn't tell.
You know how to
Hey,
read?
I don't read much, but the general forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my training. I remember one called Views of the Universe from a Starskiff. The author's name was Bai Hung.
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems.
Sounds like she had
I remember thinking,
bittersweet luck.
how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always
Hey, Annie.
astonished
Happy
us.
holidays.
Whenever she piloted a mission,
How you doing?
you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous return from behind enemy lines. Very few starskiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Starskiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict future events. Inauspicious ones, at least.
Doing pretty good?
Every ill omen that came out of her mouth would sure enough come true. Very few Cloud Knights had the courage to accompany her on missions.
Y'all ready for the holidays? I'm about ready now.
However, when it came to surviving, her fortunes were incredible. Even in the worst situations imaginable, she was always able to turn the tide. Luck is a type of strength, after all. I hope that this ship, built for the Starskiff Killer, will also be able to return to the stars.
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The
All right.
Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long. See? The Starskiff is complete.
God, imagine being able to make a
After
ship
being
that fast.
away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
Some RTS productions.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. In Bybiter Lune, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
The Abundance Emanator, Shu Hu, rallied a great army and attacked the Alliance. I read about it in the Shackling Prison.
You seem to be interested in learning about your past life. Still, all of that was erased. After Shuhu attacked the borders, he disappeared without a trace. There are no records of his remains either. Let me refresh your memory. During that battle, Bai Hung, being the headstrong girl that she was, managed to exhaust the luck that was bestowed upon her by the Rainbow Arbiter. She charged ahead and shattered the enemy's defenses, allowing the Xianzhou soldiers to break through Shuhu's sanguinary abyss and awaken you from your dragon's delirium. She was not able to walk out of that fight. We all shoulder a debt that we will never be able to repay. For the Cloud Knights, giving up one's life on the battlefield is an honor. But that wasn't something you believed in, Imbibitor Lune.
Good honor for doing that, though.
You couldn't accept that Bai Heng was gone. Instead of leaving her to eternal rest, you decided to... You made a mistake that can never be undone. There is no need to respond, Imbibitor Lune. Your answer is no longer important. And now, I will send off this star skiff.
She's in her Arara mode non-stop. It's kind of wild, actually, just how heavy she leans into the breathy
Bai Heng,
seduction voice.
I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmares be calmed. I will fulfill what you asked of me. I will keep my word.
I brought your flagon,
even if it
senpai.
requires
Woo.
me to cut down
Oh
the
my God.
stars in the sky.
That's pretty good.
Let's go. The Artisanship Commission is next.
I feel like we're just going on a little tour of the neighborhood here. That torch, like their forge in the middle of this place, is so cool.
Since the Arbor's resurrection, the land has been crawling with abominations. Even the Artisanship Commission's prized creation furnace is hanging on by a thread.
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own life. That reminds me of an extremely arrogant acquaintance. If he were to see the chaos of the Artisanship Commission today, he would burst into laughter at the Xianzhou's incompetence.
Still irks me. Every friend I know who plays got Jingliu but me. When Topaz came out, I got her in 3 pulls. Yeah. You know, trying to think about, like, where along the timeline you would have hit it. It's a good way to get the bitter feelings going. You just gotta save up and she'll come around again. There's no one... Is there anyone that you're, like, interested in that's coming up immediately? Because I imagine she'll be due in the near-ish future.
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with saving your own life and waiting for the Cloud Knights to arrive?
Ah, did you hear the good news about Dr. Ratio? From the, live stream? So I might be able to make your day if you haven't heard that. We're all getting Dr. Ratio for free when he comes out. I mean, you can still pull to get his Eidolons, but yeah, no, everyone just gets him. Yeah, everyone just gets them for free. If you want to see it, if you go into, it's the 1.6 live stream that they did. I think it was like last week or the week before. Towards the end, they announced that. But yeah, surprise! It's it's a Christmas miracle. We're all getting educated. So yeah, you can pinch your pinch your pennies a little bit and save up for Jingliu if you want, or if there's someone else that you have your eyes on. Unless you like really want to make Dr. Ratio super duper strong and start pulling for his Eidolons and all that, but yeah, no, we're just getting him.
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are big places. Besides, some of the troops were deployed to the Yao Qing's campaign. The Cloud Knights were spread thin. It was impossible to guard everywhere at once.
If you're not looking to get Ron May or anyone off her banner, that gives you at least 2 months of Jade saving time.
Young man, why don't we continue our previous contest? Show me whether the sword
I got a little lost in the sauce there on the conversation. All craftsmen left, only a single craftsman was left to hold the line. Okay.
techniques you are so proud of have improved.
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You're legally obligated, Yanqing.
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your spear at me. Could it be that the abominations here aren't enough to motivate you?
I want to let them have their chat before I start swinging. Alright.
Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like...
Like you never forgot.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Blade of Moonlight, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Alright. Easy peasy. Almost. It's almost easy peasy.
Ready for death?
Now it's easy peasy.
Come on already. What took you so long this time?
Quiet, Yanqing. The adults are talking.
Don't be anxious, Imbibiter Lune. We have all the time in the world.
The moon shines on the truth.
Mwahahaha.
This
Her impair is so
spear
good.
still recognizes you as its master. Imbibiter Lune, do you know who crafted it for you?
It's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Pay for this. Lend me your strength. We've entered the storm. To guard and defend.
I need to get my Jingliu's crit rate up just a little bit more. I need to keep fishing for gear for her. But she's in pretty good shape.
All will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Immortality means forever. Immortality.
There we go. Easy.
You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your spearmanship is identical to Imbibiter Lune's. Combat is like smelting, purging the impurities with burning flames and exposing a person's true nature. Those are the words of the one who made Cloudpiercer for you. Out of all of us, you were the closest to him. It was strange, really, to see someone so arrogant get along with someone so proud.
Yanqing? A man with an indistinct face standing arrogantly and irrelevantly in front of the gun rack where the cloud piercer is placed.
The spear is sharp enough to pierce dragon scales. Be careful, High Elder, lest you hurt yourself with it.
Yeah, isn't that,
When he was but a child, he swore to take revenge on the abominations. That's what drove him to travel across the stars to the Xianzhou to receive training.
Yeah, that was,
When
Blade's
I
voice,
first
wasn't
met
it?
him, he wasn't even as tall as my sword. But he was boasting about mastering
Fitting
all
name
the
for a
crafts of the
blacksmith.
Artisanship Commission by the time he was 100 years old. The little brat was no less arrogant than the High Elder. At first, I wasn't too fond of his defiant nature. But when we met again, he was able to craft weapons that astonished the master craftsman. He even snatched the Artisanship Commission title of Furnace Master. Unfortunately, the Alliance would never allow a short-life species to run the Artisanship Commission. He was only able to prove his worth alongside us outcasts in the end.
Yeah, I think my... Yeah. Ideally, it gets to 50% so that you have 100% crit proc when she's in her burst phase. So she's just slacking a little bit. I need to find new,
Danger.
new these. Because they're just not very good in terms of the substats. They got good crit rate, but that's it. Everything else got... Oh, it does have some crit rate. I think I just... If I can find some speed... Total min-maxing. If I can get speed boots with crit rate, that would put her in a lot better shape. Not that she's in bad shape. She's one of my best characters.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't
He
keep up with
knows.
you. So, are we here to commemorate your short-life species friend?
She's actually so, like, subtly funny.
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
Even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short-life species for long. If he is still alive, he must be ancient.
He transformed into a long-life species?
Correct. Such are the twists of destiny. Some people are born with unparalleled foresight and exceptional intelligence, but make the most ill-advised choices at destiny's crossroads. As smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt to use the flesh of the abundance
Forbidden-ish.
to aid Imbibitor Lunae in resurrecting his deceased companion.
Yep. Anything with the abundance is a no-no for them.
His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality. His soul was shattered and became the evil that he hated most. The irony.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count?
What did you do to him?
He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. I let him die 100 deaths to remind him of the karma of his previous life. Afterward, I heard he was reborn and even gave himself a name. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
You know, I see some interesting storytelling here because it's kind of like so I do a lot of like world building for D&D, right? And there's this one video, it's by Matt Colville.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into undying monsters, eventually used as sacrifices to the abundance.
Alright, Locha. Yeah, so there's this one video by Matt Colville, which I thought was a really good point, where there's like story information and then there's lore. And lore is like your underpinning for the world, where you can just sit there and do so much like fleshing out of history and bloodlines, and this king had this many kids, like it's that kind of thing. Or once upon a time, these people defeated these monsters and founded this city. And then there's the stuff that's like important to the story that you're telling. And the lore generally, like the general rule of thumb that he proposes is like the lore is for the writer and should stay in the box unless the players are looking for that information. It doesn't need to be dumped. This one feels like they're like, hey, let's reveal the lore. But like, I like it. I like this kind of stuff. But just like the information they're giving us feels, I mean, I guess knowing there's going to be a big reveal soon with like, oh, look, it's Blade, kind of takes the oomph away. But it does feel like we're getting the lore dump. That's not going to be terribly impactful on the future.
What do you think should be done to put an end to it, General?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world of evil, so that one day Yaoshi might be vanquished and the cycle of life and death restored.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion and sacrifices are indeed commendable, but their devotedness has made them close-minded.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting lore and stuff set up. I think it's important to go through it and like actually have that stuff in hand, because it makes you think about like the wider scope. And then like if you're doing your own character, having that backstory is really handy, because it helps contextualize your character in the world and how they react to things, why they react the way they do, instead of just being a rabid dog off a leash doing stuff.
Take me, for example. My powers originate from the abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi dead. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. To want to eliminate these thoughts would be equivalent to killing an eon. Such a goal is so impossible as to be laughable, to be honest. So, in order to sever Yaoshi's curse, one must look to the source for a different solution. Your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds and discovered a solution.
I'm listening.
I apologize, General. I'm afraid the next move will have to be made on the Shu Ling.
Interesting.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself of the Ten Lords' decree to enter Shu Ling and stand before the 6 generals, even the Marshal. That is your true agenda. And the purpose of the contents of your coffin.
Oh, just such a shithead.
General, you said it yourself. This is beyond your control. It is the law of the Alliance. We cannot deviate from it.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed, Jingyuan. The man I knew would never have admitted he was bested.
All the homies hanging out. This is technically a beach episode. I mean, they are having these chats on a beach. Alright, what do we got next? Oh, Bailu.
Order's already been restored to the Alchemy Commission. Why are we here?
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. Patience, young man. We're not far from Scale Gorge waterscape. The mission the General tasked you with is about to come to an end.
Hey, Bailu, want to be traumatized?
Dunhung, what a surprise! Are you not feeling well? Please, come this way.
Miss Bailu. She's here for a consultation.
Oh, I see. Are you here for your eyes? Or is it something else?
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. My thoughts have been disordered lately, and I experience occasional night terrors. Do you have a way to soothe my mind, Dragon Lady?
Reminds me of the past and riles my inner demons. You know, she's a perfectly stable person. Surely it's okay, right?
Those symptoms don't sound like my area of expertise. But who cares? The healers of the Alchemy Commission don't get to pick and choose their patients. Give me your hand. We'll start by checking your pulse. You'll need to take some translucence worms so I can take a closer look. Your hand! It's freezing! Please wait. Dunhung, can I speak to you for a minute?
This isn't a checkup, it's an autopsy.
Your friend here has a very peculiar condition. Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this would mean that she
won't live much longer.
Let the healer make the professional diagnosis. Your friend's situation is unique. She looks healthy, but her hands are cold as ice. It feels like there's a dark current running and pulsing between her core esse and her veins. I've never seen anything like it. With more research, I might be able to make a new entry in the medical record. Can you and your friend come back for follow-up visits?
Today's her last day on the Luofu.
What a shame. If she could stay for a few days, I might be able to figure out how to cure her.
I mean, technically she's staying.
I'll do my best. No matter what I administer, she's gonna need to drink a ton of warm water from this point on. Come with me. I'll prescribe her some soul-returning vitality infusion. It won't cure her, but I'll... Wait! Where did my big medicine box go? I'm sorry. Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were expelled, things have been a mess around here. Tanhung, you mind coming with me to retrieve my medicine? I could use your skills.
Are you in trouble, Dragon Lady? I'll come along as well.
No. No trouble at all.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
Yeah. I think Mara's a really cool concept. That their lifespan is directly linked to how long they can survive without losing their minds.
That thing runs so fast! Don't let it get away!
Oh, I'm gonna have to use my thingy, aren't I? Oh, never mind. It's fight time.
There's an even bigger monster protecting this one! When did so many creatures start visiting the Alchemy Commission?
Careful.
Allow me to eliminate these obstacles, Dragon Lady.
I really like the gorilla's design.
Do we still have the upper hand? Ready for another?
I should have opened with the ult.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old
Wasted that energy.
Lend me your strength.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
We got 2 points still. Let's do that. Follow with that.
I'll crush them all.
Good.
All will be revealed.
Yeah, let's focus the big guy down.
In lunar flame.
There we go.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Ready for death.
Easy.
Alright, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Let's head back. Never make a patient wait too long.
Alright, what's Jingliu up to now?
Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well. The fate of a long-life species is inevitable, even with the best doctors.
You're Mara-struck? I don't see the symptoms in you at all. What with the incident on the Law Fu, I've treated a number of Mara-stricken patients recently. They all presented with signs of incoherence, delirium, or frightening physical mutations. You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left in me. I may be sane, but one thing is certain. My mind is already at its limit, and yet I still have many unfulfilled wishes and plenty of unfinished business.
I see. So you've learned to live with your illness. I can't help much with issues of the spirit, but the medical records do mention that calming the mind is a way to heal the body. If you're able to forget about the past, there might be a chance for your symptoms to regress.
Really? How unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold on to it, to embrace it, and to use it to maintain my existence.
You know, another very stable thing that she's put out into the world.
All I have left are the sword in my hand and my hatred of the past. If I am without either of them, I would fall into an empty void. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more healing than any kind of medicine or remedy. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description, you know. I'm not sure. We get injured patients from all over the Xianzhou for treatment.
The person I'm inquiring about is tall, with a serious expression.
Oh, yes! Someone came by today that matches that description.
Oh yeah, that criminal popped by today.
He must have suffered some kind of sword wound. He had a strong scent of blood. Though, from the way he behaved, it must have been fairly minor. He didn't even take the medicine I prescribed.
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend.
Alright, we're almost through the lore drop. Happy times. Look at all these smiling faces.
Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing.
The gang's all here. Smile.
And so, everyone is present. I never thought the High Cloud Quintet would be able to gather again in the same place after hundreds of years. If I remember correctly, the 5 of us made a promise here 7 centuries ago. We promised that no matter what happened, we would gather here together and share a drink. How sad that Scale Gorge waterscape remains empty while the world continues to turn. Some of us have been reborn, while others were denied death. Some have become criminals, while others can no longer fulfill their promises. And in the end, our friendship is no more. Soon, I will be shackled and tried. This will be the last you see of me. This is why I sent out the invitations before departing, hoping that everyone would be gathered here for my final farewell. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price.
Well, this is bleak.
Imbibitor Lunae, the chief culprit, chose to use the transmutation arcanum as a means of resurrection, begetting terrible transformation and great calamity in the process. He dishonored the name of the fallen, Ying Sing, the accomplice, arrogant and oblivious, used the flesh of the Abundance Emanator to assist Imbibitor Lunae in his evil. He fell, becoming an immortal abomination. As for Jingliu, the sinner, she succumbed to Mara, slaughtered her people, and abandoned her oath. Now it is time we pay for what we have done. Dan Heng, you can never escape the shadow of Imbibitor Lunae. He is your origin, and his sins will accompany you in your path forward until you meet your eventual doom.
That really sucks for Dan Heng.
Blade, what a fitting name. In the remainder of your infinite life, you will experience only murder and your own death, all the while pleading for a place to rest. This is the only way you are able to relinquish Ying Sing's regrets. And I will face the punishment of the Alliance and suffer an eternal punishment before paying an even worse price. That is the only way to keep the memory of the pain of the past from fading away.
Jingyuan,
High
watch your
Cloud
friends suffer.
Quintet. It is time to say goodbye.
Alright, not much of a talker.
A wineless gathering, accompanied by only sadness and bitterness. What a depressing reunion. Jingyuan, is it not time you sent me to the Shuling?
The laws of the Alliance cannot be subject to change. Unfortunately, your next stop will be the Yuchi. I reported everything to the Marshal, and the Seer strategist just so happened to take an interest in the case. They set up a Deca-light reflection barrier in hopes of meeting the two of you beforehand.
Jingyuan, you haven't changed at all. Always trying to destroy the plans of others.
Always being a shit.
But in the end, whether it be you, me, the Cloud Knights, or the generals of the Rainbow Arbiter, we are all just pawns in a game of the gods. I am sick and tired of treading
Alrighty,
on
thanks
a
for hanging out, Psycho.
predetermined path.
See you later.
No matter. I will deviate if you insist. But this does not change how things will end. Ultimately, I will stand on the side of victory.
Then I shall see this gamble through.
Alright.
Jingliu, before you leave, you still owe me my due.
I have tried. Besides inflicting more wounds on your body, there is nothing else I can do for you. The immortality that you possess is not something that can be dealt with so easily. I am sure Destiny's Slave already told you that the swords of mortals are incapable of killing someone with the flesh of an emanator.
He did. But you still owe me the attempt.
Can you attempt to kill me, please? Just a little bit.
I told you when I taught you the way of the sword. I am uninterested in drawing my blade against someone who does not long for life, who wants only to be slaughtered.
You will only draw against an opponent. Jingliu, allow me to repay you for your teachings.
Savor the moment. I will deliver you a brief moment of death.
And away they go.
We were here once, 700 years ago. Laughing, sparring, and thinking about the future. Their faces still linger before my eyes, like a bygone dream. I thought those joyful days would flow indefinitely before us, like a Xianzhou lifetime. Yet, dreams will eventually fade like clouds from the sky.
Fuck. That animation was smooth. The Star team is so good.
Almost as if we've returned to my first sword lesson. You used the sword Insing crafted, and pierced, sliced, and impaled me time and time again. The swordplay used to slay our enemies of old is still engraved on this despicable shell. All I can do is watch my flesh become severed, healed, and restored. It's as if they're saying, why? Why did you and Imbibitor Lunae commit such an unforgivable sin? I know that you have no interest in my answer, which is why I asked the question as you looked me straight in the eye. I've asked myself that same question infinite times, but was never able to find the answer. Why? Why is it that only the abominations can return time and time again? Why does someone like her have to be buried, burned to ash, and eventually forgotten? Why? In the end, you unleashed the final piercing blow and left both me and the sword in the withered grave. The miraculous thing is that in my brief moment of death, all the pain went away, like when we drank to drown our sorrows.
Happy, happy, happy. Star Rail has so many happy moments. Oh, did they just leave him dead? Everyone just bailed? Oh, no, never mind. No one else feels like talking, huh?
Imbibitor Lunae, what do you plan on doing next?
Once this gathering ends, I will return to the Express to continue my journey.
The Express won't be able to carry you forever. Your friends all have burdens of their own, just as we did back then. I did think about giving up on revenge and letting go of everything when I fled the Luofu years ago. However, as time passed, it became more and more clear. It was like an old friend that accompanied me every passing day, always nagging in my ear. The memories of what I did when I was Mara-struck are deeply rooted. Since I am unable to rid myself of them, I decided to face them head-on in the end. Maybe when I witness the fall of the abundance, you and Ying Sing will find true release. Goodbye, Imbibitor Lunae.
Fun, fun, fun.
She's gone. All this must have seemed like a silly performance to someone newly reborn. But I am unable to prevent my old friends from taking sides against one another. Who you are is a question that only you can find the answer to. Even if the Preceptor's interference denied you a true rebirth. Yes. It has been a long day for you, Dan Heng.
God, that's gotta be rough on Dan Heng.
Dan Heng, the General wants me to forget about everything I saw today. I understand. These disputes are far too complicated for me right now. Swordplay is a lot simpler. I have some close friends of my own in the Cloud Knights. Will we fall out the way you guys did?
Dan Heng really just said, "Ah, that's a good hypothetical question. Bye."
She couldn't do it with her sword either. She still couldn't do it. We have no choice but to continue the pursuit. This is the price the two of us must pay.
I will see it through.
Elio's script still requires you to stay alive. For now, I don't mind prolonging my vengeance. It might be more interesting that way.
New message. Do. Ah. Bent but unbroken. I don't know. Everyone seems pretty broken up right about now. All right, let's see the more recent thing. So, meet with Mr. Argenti. Oh, what's going on here? Dear Nameless, having to deliver this letter instead of bidding you farewell in person on the express leaves me with a sense of regret. I've heard of your noble deeds in the Xianzhou Lafu. I had the pleasure of getting to know such an intriguing a friend as Dan Heng. This journey through the meandering Xianzhou has allowed each of us, including those on the Astral Express, to find what we are seeking. A remarkable and fulfilling conclusion that is truly incredible. Now I must continue on to the next station of my destiny. In accordance with customs of my homeland, it is customary to leave behind some tokens at the places one visits, as a way to express gratitude to those who have aided in stepping onto unfamiliar ground, and to wish for smooth travels ahead. Thus enclosed with this letter is a small token of my appreciation. Please accept it with my sincere regards. May our paths cross again. You know, Loach is a real shithead, but like, I don't know. Something there. Yeah, Argenti should be a pick-me-up after all that. I've heard little bits and pieces about his story, and it just sounds hilarious. Alright, everyone's gathered.
Welcome back. Ah, yes. I intend to participate in the efforts as well.
Long time no see. How have you been?
I'm here for
it's
Hammy.
About that time. I guess that explains why Pom Pom is in such a hurry.
Honestly, I'm gonna miss having them hanging out in here. A part of me doesn't want to do the quest because I want them to stay in the car.
The annual Express spring cleaning? I love tidying rooms. I'll clean everywhere as best I can.
Oh, it's been a while. Did Pom Pom call you back? The Astral Express needs periodic cleaning and maintenance. It's home
Drink
to the
our
whole crew,
teapot
after
when.
all. Let's take good care of it.
That's an excellent question. I would take having like a room, but could you imagine if they gave us a whole cart that we can like customize and then have people hang out in? That'd be pretty cool.
Wow, you're finally back! And just in time for the Express's grand spring cleaning. Have you ever heard of a Washtopia? It's a place where space vehicles can stop to rest. There are plenty of them throughout the universe. They're close enough together that you can travel between them without even activating a warp device. That's what Pom Pom used to think, but it's not that simple. Washtopias only clean the exterior of the train, and they do a great job too. However, the seats, rooms, windows, all the nooks and crannies inside the Express, we have to do those ourselves. Since you only just got back, why not take a little rest and chat with the crew? Once you're ready, come find Pom Pom and we'll prepare to depart.
To be honest, I'd settle for even getting text messages from the characters I main, but they're so antisocial curmudgeons and don't text. Oh, that's pretty funny. Because Blade's your main, right? I can't imagine just chilling out having a chat with Blade. Doesn't text at all. Not shocking. Alright. We'll do this as the funsy. Nah. Quantum team? What do we want to do? I got one that was like, yes, finally, with Silver Wolf using his phone. Sometimes I wonder if he even knows how to use his phone. We'll do this as the Funsies team.
Something seems off. We've seemingly gone off course. Strange. Pom-Pom's navigation is always precise. Stay vigilant. There might be a magnetic field nearby interfering with the Express's navigation system. Let's take a look in the control room.
We get to see the control room? Oh shit.
What happened?
What's happening? Did you see that huge shadow? Everything outside is red. What's going on?
Have we fallen into the red dimension? Mimi, but true.
You really expect me to know the answer to that? Even Mr. Yang looks surprised. That's not something you see every day.
If Yang's not happy,
The Express encountered
little
an obstruction.
worrisome.
The disturbance triggered a chain reaction. The Express was struck from behind by another vessel.
How do you crash into someone in space?
Another vessel in our vicinity encountered the same obstruction and was unable to control its velocity. After the collision, 2 individuals found their way onto the Express.
Guests? I don't think they're here for tea.
They appear to be friendly.
Well, if they're here to stir up trouble, I'll teach them a lesson. Let's go check it out.
Alright, what's going on? Argenti and... who's that guy?
Another anomaly in this shining universe. A blooming splash of colors. You are truly beautiful.
My man!
A lady. I offer a sincere compliment. You're akin to a flower in winter. Oh? Another beautiful soul. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Argenti. I belong to the Knights of Beauty.
I'm Galactic Baseballer.
Indeed, and I
Crash.
extend my deepest apologies for doing so. I wish to remedy the situation, hence my arrival on the Astral Express.
Now we know he didn't do it on purpose. Hi, Argenti. I'm March 7th.
An honor. I was just explaining the significance of beauty to this foliage. Pardon my abruptness, but I have a habit of asking questions.
Oh,
As
man.
fellow beings of this universe, are you acquainted with Idrilla the Beauty?
Just because something's living doesn't mean that it's thinking. Both the plant and Argenti fall under this.
The Knights of Beauty travel from planet to planet, spreading the Beauty's glorious reputation across the universe, so that every being may know of their existence. We strictly adhere to the commandments of our faith, tempering our physical forms and upholding our honor. Yes, though not exclusively. Just as I extol the beauty in this foliage, what I anticipate is an encounter, a collision and exchange of minds and philosophies. Do you doubt such an assertion? You need not, young...
Did you compliment a plant?
Both my words and actions come from the bottom of my heart. You are indeed beautiful.
like flowers blooming in the morning sun. Young sir, now that you know something of the beauty, I wonder, can you resonate with this philosophy and place your trust in Idrilla? You sound confused. Young sir, with all due respect, I fear you may still be grappling with this philosophy, yet agreed with me out of kindness. An act of pure beauty in itself. I cherish different ideas, but judging from this situation, since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. I earnestly request a chivalrous contest with you. Should I be fortunate enough to triumph, I ask you to acknowledge Idrilla the Beauty as the most peerless beauty of all. To my lasting sadness, no. It is an unspoken rule of the Knights of Beauty that the commandment is uttered before a battle between knights. Forgive me for my lack of eloquence.
All right. We're just getting right into it, eh?
Communicating with others can be a most difficult endeavor. It is through action
Ooh, I like his
alone
battle
that we
theme.
can convey our intent faithfully. May you understand beauty.
Time for a buzz.
Let's speed things up a wee bit.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Alright, we'll set the regen up.
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, nice.
I'm on guard.
Rise to let the duel commence.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Ooh, I'm really digging his battle theme. This is good stuff.
Who's next? I'll end your misery.
Rise to the challenge.
Can I have fun this time for a buzz?
Confess.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Got to rise to the challenge.
Bonk. See if we can get the quantum. Nope.
Behold, this symbol of pure
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
challenge.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, okay. So you break the black one, it's 2 random hits. Got it.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Protect me.
Do that.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
You are fighting a gentleman. Pledge thy loyalty.
Time for a buzz.
What a headache.
Put forth all your might.
I'm okay.
Only a scratch.
Oof.
Sorry to interrupt.
He gave me the
Whatever's
business in
happening
Mach
here.
10. We had to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, it seems like a really cool mechanic fight.
Forgive the interruption, but I just spoke with Himiko. The situation is more urgent than we imagined. You're welcome. Just doing my job.
My deepest apologies, Mr. Yang. My concentration has been solely centered on my conversation with him. Now, it is only fitting to disclose the main reason for my presence here. To work jointly in resolving the crisis before us. I was piloting the one and only through the galaxy when I discovered Velite, an IPC worker who accidentally fell into a huge cave. Upon saving Velite, I altered my flight course to accompany him to his original location. Consequently, I inadvertently ended up on the Express's navigational trajectory. According to him, he is an IPC worker. I believe he's currently resting in the carriage. He is still in a state of shock. He swore to follow Adrilla the goddess after being impressed by what he saw during our adventure.
So they were on a buddy cop adventure?
Thank you for coming. It'll be a first for the Express to work alongside the Knights of Beauty.
Enjoy the present moment. Continue to enjoy the present moment. You misunderstand. I must first wholeheartedly enjoy the Red Knight of the Universe before I can discover an inharmonious pitch. These two things are correlated. Once I discover the cause, I shall destroy it.
So he wants to be big chilling, and then if something upsets his chilling, that's how he'll know what the problem is.
Well, try not to take too long. Things could deteriorate at any moment. Could you please go check on Velite?
What is it? Here to cheer me up? Save your breath. Your intentions might as well be written on your forehead.
Alright, fuck yourself.
I'm just a small-time IPC worker. That Argenti rescued me. I don't know anything, and I can't help you guys. I want to go home and have dinner. Once we're out of this jam. Did Argenti tell you that? Oh, that guy is unbelievable. Before he rescued me, he said something like, "You must pledge to acknowledge Adrilla, the beauty, as the most peerless beauty of all." I told him I'd marry her if he'd liked, as long as he got me out of that stinking cave first. And he refused. My life was on the line, so I just repeated after him. Adrilla, the beauty, etc. You get the picture.
Yeah, you joined a cult, man.
Then he corrected me. It's Adrilla, not Adrilla. Who came up with such an awkward-sounding name? I'm a pencil pusher. What the heck do I know about the Eon of Beauty? But of course, I repeated it again in order to survive. Adrilla the beauty, the most peerless beauty of them all! Just like that. Do you think I like being negative? My friend, this is what's known as falling prey to the grim reality of life. When I was young, I assumed my life would be like a novel. I wanted to be a pilot, flying through outer space, exploring the universe in a grand spaceship. But then my parents told me I'd have to work for the IPC and make a bunch of money to fulfill my dreams.
Yeah, this VA's rent was due. He's going hard. Does working for the IPC stop you from pursuing your dreams?
Enough! This is a painful topic. I gave up my unrealistic dream of becoming a pilot and worked for the IPC instead. I guess I'm living the life of a supporting character
Yo, it's
now.
truly painful when someone acknowledges themselves as an NPC.
But after running into Argenti, I had an idea. Perhaps I could make some money with him and turn my life around. He's tall, handsome, and a knight. Packaged and marketed the right way, I'm sure he'll pique a lot of interest. I told him about my idea, that he could advocate for the beauty while also incorporating currency as a notion of beauty. That would allow him to preach more efficiently. He was very impressed.
Oh no, he's gonna make a
I'm planning to contact
weird
the marketing
Ponzi
development
scheme
department
thing.
as soon as I'm off the Express. He'll make a great IPC product spokesperson, and I can be his agent. Now, the question remains, will this guy shine brighter as an image-focused idol, or should we showcase his formidable talents and mold him into a powerful star?
Go powerful star.
You're right! I don't know what his rank among the knights is, but he is quite powerful. So when can I get off the Express? I need you guys to solve this traffic jam problem ASAP.
Come help us, pretty please.
Don't use that tone. You're trying to guilt trip me, aren't you? All right. I have nowhere else to be. Let's go.
I can't believe Pom Pom fucking died.
Huh? What was that sound? Did someone scream?
Little buddy.
There was a strange sound. It was terrifying. Did you hear it? Pom knows the express inside and out. It definitely wasn't the train.
Is it possible that the jolt just now damaged the express?
Do we know where the sound came from?
It sounded like it came from the passenger cabins. Or the conductor's cabin.
But those are in opposite directions.
Remember to check under the bed.
Oh, read the room. Enough with the mean jokes. Now's the time for action. I'm gonna go check my room. If there's a problem, I'll let you know.
March has a point. Pom will go check the conductor's cabin.
Wait, what the?
Is that me? What's she saying? I know your past. The things you want to see, to touch, to know. Your home, family, friends, emotions. What you love and what you despise. I'm the complete March 7th. With all of your forgotten memories. Who are you? Why do you look exactly like me? Why did you stop talking? Oh, what kind of creepy...
March, can you hear me?
Huh? My phone. Himeko, there's something really weird happening.
I know. March, get out of there right now.
But...
She's in a little danger. Not the evil head tilt.
March, please reply. Have you left the room?
Did something happen to March?
Not good. I need you and Don Hung to check on March.
I'll accompany you. Velite, you two.
What? Alright, if things get dangerous, I'll hide behind you.
I always think of like the non-combat NPCs as like in D&D there's a stat block for just like your everyday person. They're almost always like a single hit away from death. They've got like 6 HP and barely any ability to dodge or protect themselves, so like getting hit once is enough to put them out. When it comes to the big monsters and stuff, I always think of it in terms of that with the average dudes.
Insect.
Ugliness. The inharmonious pitch has surfaced.
I feel like March just witnessed some true Eldritch Horror shit.
Honor compels us to vanquish this dissonance.
Time for a fun. I can do this.
Alright. Let's go with that.
Lance at the ready.
Just gotta chip them down a little bit. Ugh. You know, bringing Seela for this was kind of a mistake. I should have brought Jingliu. What have I done to myself?
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Bonk.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed. I can do this.
I'm on guard.
Alright. Just want to soften them up and then we'll pop off. Alright, we're almost ready to go on the counter.
Give me strength.
Cycle through this.
So you are
Alright.
afraid of me.
I feel like it's go time.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Yeah! I forgot about the death explosion.
That was so scary. It was like a long-lost twin sister had suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Big brain.
Can't believe it was only a bug.
Line them up like dominoes and away they went.
I did not envision seeing true stings again.
Huh?
There was a whole bunch of those bugs.
I could
Jingliu and
never.
Argenti found me in the cave.
I didn't plan. It just happened to line up nicely for me, I promise.
I was under the impression that I had successfully routed all of them. However, it appears that the stings continue to pursue us. Could it be? Velite, perhaps you still bear sting pheromones on your body.
Huh? Farah, what is that? Is that bad?
Oh no, we gotta take this guy to the delousing chamber.
Yes, I've read about true stings in the databank. They emit fibrous particles from their wings during flight.
He's such a neurotic
Which can
mess.
produce perceptual distortions and hallucinations. I'm afraid March may have inhaled some of these particles. And that's why she saw another version of herself in the room.
So that was just a hallucination? Huh. Why do I feel kinda disappointed? Wait, I thought hallucinations were supposed to be completely random. Why did I see an identical me?
It's space
Did
hallucinations.
it do anything strange?
It said it knew about my past. And then it stopped talking.
I'm afraid that's not enough information for us to draw a conclusion. My concern is that numerous stings may have already infested the Express. Their elusive nature helps them stay in the shadows, but they may also be roaming freely. We have to prevent them from propagating.
I don't want to see a bunch of marches roaming around the Express. One of me is enough.
We're on the same page.
Come on, Don Hung. She just went through a lot, man.
This isn't good. Evidence of a swarm is apparent, and it looks like several eggs are on the verge of hatching.
They're embryos for now, but their transformation into larvae could be imminent. And their growth may exceed our initial estimates.
This is a race against the clock.
Check around the Express.
Ew. There's gross. Egg infestations. Something about that just bad. No, no.
What are you up to?
Find a faster way to search. Pom Pom, you got ideas, buddy?
More eggs! The stings propagated on the Express! Are there eggs in my shoes?
The clock is ticking! We need to find a more efficient method and quickly! Let Pom Pom think. Every one of us should be involved! Velite!
What? What am I doing?
Use your brain and think of something!
have any emergency procedures in place?
Oh, now that you mention it, Pom-Pom does have a backup measure. We'll need... This mobile express cleaner should come in handy. I was planning to use it to sweep the express's ceiling during spring cleaning. It's got a nifty wide-angle lens on it. Once we zip it up into the air, we'll have eyes on the whole scene. Not a single nook or cranny will be able to hide from us. I mean, I know this isn't what it's meant for, but we have no other choice.
All right, so we got the fancy Roomba.
If you think you can do this, I'll start piloting. Watch carefully. I'll be cleaning out the nooks and crannies as we go.
All right, yeah, let's try the under the car seats. The car seats themselves.
Stay alert.
Plant in the corridor.
What are you doing?
Did you read that text? Our the main character has some screws, serious screws loose. Man, that soil's looking an awful like hot chocolate powder. What if I just like
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
grabbed some and ate it? What if I just ate the dirt?
Cars. What do you think? Stay focused.
Mind if I take it for a spin? This little gadget could be the next big thing in spaceship cleanliness. Even Argenti could put his name to it. I'll jot that down. Let's carry on.
Alright, March 7th room.
You still awake?
Don Hung's room. Oh, good! A knight and his bug, nothing to see here.
You must be the creature that he mentioned. Does it bother you that people deem you cute? Believe me when I say that you are more than cute, my friend. You are a delightful ball of pure charm.
Rizzing the ghosts. Oh no.
Needless to say, it is an honor to encounter beings such as yourself. But I shall never give up my spiritual training. If this crisis cannot be averted, I shall die for the glory of the Knights!
I'm not sure if they count... I count them as ghosts. But I don't think they actually are ghosts. I guess they're ghosts in the same way that, like, the ghosts are ghosts in Mario with the booze. Paper Mario, they all live in a village and hang out together. And can die. So... if a ghost can die, does that make them a ghost?
What's going on? Why is he chatting with these bugs?
I think he's also fallen into a hallucination.
Is he seeing another him?
I don't think so. I think he may be perceiving an unfamiliar presence.
Well, let's go save him.
Oh, man. Hey, Argenti, you having a good time in here?
Are you disciples?
He looks beyond saving.
Nah, that's just him.
He could be in considerable danger. Let's proceed.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Don't come any closer.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
Take a moment to blast through them all.
That needs optimizing. This is double speed.
So you are afraid of me.
I'm really digging the music for this, these battles. This little adventure.
Give me strength.
The music team for this game is just They're so on the ball. Yeah.
More it.
Not a scratch.
Oh, that sucked.
Lands at the ready.
Oh, that double sucked. Don't propagate. Damn it. No. Stop.
Don't mess with me.
The transformer / howl noises in Jingliu's stance change had me almost risking it all. Yeah, like their sound design team truly earns their keep. Wild.
Can I have fun this time? Time for a buzz.
Lamps ablaze.
Don't you dare start propagating. Don't you do it.
So you are afraid of me. I'll end your misery.
Beauty.
I must apologize. I cannot believe that such a beautiful creature was merely a hallucination. Its deceptive and threatening nature is much uglier than its appearance would suggest.
You mentioned this thing transformed into an object of beauty, something that he once spoke of, but that you never personally encountered.
Yes, it was something he mentioned that I wanted to see in person.
I see. This, together with the fact that March's hallucination claimed to know her past, suggests that these visions feed on people's subjective experiences and long-term sentiments. In order to take the form of what they personally desire.
So, in Argenti's eyes, Wubbaboos are a thing of beauty. But my past isn't something I'm constantly thinking about. I have plenty of other dreams.
That's not how it works. The desire to know your past embodies purity itself, a thing of immense value.
I wonder if the dying words of those ugly menaces can be trusted. As the saying goes, even an insect speaks kind words when death is near.
That's a new saying. It's Belmont's husbando. No, it's the self-insert.
Are you implying that the insect imparted you with a message prior to its demise?
Correct. Its final words
But you're right, though.
Celebrate this superficial victory.
I'm so glad that he's
We'll
able to
never
get
be
his
able to
hands on
acknowledge the existence of
Argenti
the
and
Overlord.
scale it up. You'll never be able to acknowledge the existence of the Overlord.
Let's ignore the fact that you understand insect speak for now. That sentence...
Sitting there watching him do his pulls, because like he pulled Argenti, and then he pulled Argenti's weapon, and he pulled Silverwolf, and then he pulled Silverwolf's weapon, all in like the span of like half an hour. Wild.
Wait, I think I understand. When reading through the chronicles of interdimensional insects in the databank, I came across a species that had only been described in records. Due to the lack of research samples, the author gave it a tentative name: Giant Sting.
You just have to hold out a few more days, and Ron May's here. Ugh. When I was pulling to get my hands on Hanya, I ended up pulling another Bailu. So the next time I pull a 5-star, it's going to be the on-banner one. But now I'm like so choosy. Yeah, Bailu's become my Chi-Chi. My Bailu's C3 now.
This species can reach tremendous proportions and is big enough to swallow an entire star knot. I believe the Overlord Argenti mentioned could be referring to this colossal being.
Yeah, at least she's cute.
I think I understand. We are in the belly of the beast.
Yes, that's my theory.
That's not great.
I see. That would explain what Velite and I experienced earlier.
What do you mean?
Did Velite mention that he was trapped in a dark and enormous cave when we first met? Now that I think on it, we did hear sounds akin to swallowing and other movements from the cave.
Yes, and your flight path happened to intersect with the Express's star rail, meaning we might have encountered the very same giant sting. Now, we need to see if we can prove the theory correct.
Oh, what is that?
Ew.
Huh. It looks like our theory has already been confirmed.
I was about to say, sounds like that theory's pretty accurate.
Let's talk to Mr. Yang.
Alright.
Oh, it's so quiet. Someone say something.
After meeting all of you, I, Argenti, can die without regrets.
Argenti, please.
Never mind. I'm fine with silence.
My man. You are on something. He's high on life.
Has there been any progress?
Let me explain the situation.
I see. If the Express has been swallowed, then perhaps we could try pushing the Express's engine into a temporary state of overload and use the momentum to burst out of the giant sting's body.
Warp jumping requires a lot of preparation, and it might alert the swarm.
It would be risky. The engine might overheat and burst into flames. Still, I don't have any better ideas.
I am not fond of this idea.
Could it fail?
In a word, yes. The outer components of the Express may well be melting in gastric acid as we speak.
It would seem our enormous, hideous enemy is right outside.
No. So my teddy bears and bunnies are gonna be liquefied by stomach acid? I've had them for ages. I need to find a way to save them.
You know, I like the energy, but the priority's a little off.
Let's stay calm. I need some time to check the engine with Himiko. For now, just try and take your minds off the situation.
It's all right. We're in this together.
Have you noticed? Morale on the Express is low.
Well, it's not like we're just waiting.
It's all right. We're in this together.
Waiting for death inside a giant bug.
It's rare to see March genuinely worried. But given the circumstances, maybe you could try reassuring some of the crew.
The Express has faced all kinds of obstacles on its journey. Today is just another one. It's no reason to stop trailblazing. Such is the very essence of trailblazing. It is through these trials that we find wisdom and maturity.
That's a good way to look at it.
The Express is melting?
How is this even possible? I've been swallowed by a cave twice now. Is this my destiny?
We need to get out of the Sting's stomach as soon as possible. Pom-Pom doesn't want the Express to sustain damage.
Oh, they're all going through it.
Everyone, just calm down.
Calm yourselves, all of you. I'm bidding farewell to this Flora. After having made friends with all the beings on the Express, and having discussed the beauty with each of you, I can now depart this mortal coil without regret.
Hey, Argenti. Ideally, we don't, you know.
Can you and the Fern get a room already? How can anyone establish a bond with a houseplant?
Someone stop him.
Guess you could say the
He's
same
out
about
of
me and my
control.
teddy bears.
I have met you all, and now I would be fine if we just died in this bug stomach. I am no longer seeking solutions. We will all die now.
The Express is home to all of us. No matter what happens, we're in this together. Woohoo! You're back! Although I guess that doesn't change our odds.
Who knew our first meeting would be our last? It's hopeless. I'll just spend the rest of my short life listening to your ramblings about the Express, I suppose.
Nonsense! This won't be our last meeting. But I'm happy the Express has started to grow on you. Now, where should Pom Pom start the story?
Are you really about to tell a story? Look, it's been nice meeting you and all, and I'd love to shoot the breeze. But are you people really just going to give up?
His neuroticism's like circling back to fix itself.
Velite, I will escort you to your destination. A knight always keeps his word.
Don't assume you can reassure me that easily. I've got a heart of stone, you hear?
Okay, that's enough. In times like this, we should be trying to give each other hope. No, the Express is strong. I'm sure we can think of something.
Alright.
I've
What's
completed
cooking?
the engine inspection. Though the warp device isn't immediately operational, I believe we can still manage brief spurts of acceleration. Unless there are any major objections, I'll begin preparations.
Mr. Yang, one moment, please. I've suddenly happened upon an idea that might just help resolve our crisis.
Seriously? Can't you just tell all of us?
All right, to air
what you
such
plotting?
a proposition among you, verily, it would be dismissed in an instant. Yet, as a knight, it is my duty to aid the Express in resolving this issue.
Oh, so you're a mind reader now, too?
At this stage, any plan is a plan worth hearing. March, hang fire. Let's see where this leads us.
Thank you.
Alright, what are you cooking? What big brain play do you have?
I apologize for being so abrupt. You must find me strange for wanting to speak with you alone. I will tell it to you straight. I have a strong sense that, as a knight of beauty, I have a duty to fight this battle. I propose that I disembark from the Express to confront the giant sting directly. My strategy is to pierce its stomach with my lance, triggering spasms that may cause it to eject the Express. It is challenging for me to articulate this phenomenon. Yet, when I observe certain entities, an indistinct sensation of beauty arises from my core, discernible only by instinct. Perhaps my long solitude traversing the cosmos has made it difficult to discern where these sentiments originate. But as a knight, I realize my obligation is to safeguard the seed that embodies beauty, standing as a bulwark to defend it against all. The Astral Express is that seed. It feels warm, like a home to me. I am certain this is thanks to the strong friendship you have with one another.
He's such a bleeding heart. He's a good guy.
That is why I must swear to fight to protect this warmth, rather than be protected by it. I am willing, time and time again, to protect these seeds of beauty, to allow them to bloom into pure and radiant flowers, to demonstrate my devotion to them. It is an inherent part of the journey of Argenti.
Who? Oh, to Adrilla.
In the pursuit of defending beauty, I have bled into unconsciousness. And in the ensuing stupor, I have witnessed countless times Their traces spreading from beneath my feet, reaching into the unknown before me. My rational mind tells me no. Yet my heart tells me to believe.
Oh, has he been having the same visions we got when we did the preservation thing?
In those past hallucinations, I kept running. Their footprints on the mire-ridden path moved me to a sadness beyond tears. And every time, I was a breath away from catching a glimpse of their figure. Yes, this is my wish. It is a never-ending cycle of falling and standing up again. Each time I wander closer to death, it gets me closer to the path the beauty once walked. This is my vow as a knight of beauty.
This man is fucking wild.
Thank you, but that won't be necessary.
Hey, Neo. How's it going?
It matters not if my flesh is pierced by the insect's horns. The closer I get to death, the closer I may get to the path of the beauty. I apologize. I've been rambling. As I said, articulation has never been my forte. Let us return to the point at hand. Do I have your support?
Yeah, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?
You do? Thank you. Your understanding is more precious than any treasure. I have faced many a traveler, encountered flattery and provocation aplenty. It is rare to find a spirit as pure as yours. In that case, please forgive my inappropriate manner. Our friendship is new, but was forged in the heat of battle, which I only wish we had been able to conclude. I hope now we may conclude it still, that I may leave without regret.
You know, he's such a goofball, but like there's this tinge of sadness. I'm worried about how this turns out for him. Running a campaign that's using your compendium. Nice. Is everyone running fully from the compendium, or is it a mix?
I shall prove my will with the blade, defend my honor, and uphold my dignity with the protocol of combat. Win or lose, I will accept the outcome, and thus bid you farewell.
Ah.
My friend, it is an
All
honor
right, go
to
time.
fight against you.
Oh, nice.
Might be trickier to crack.
All right. Let's focus down the buffer first.
Time for a buzz. I'll free you from your chains.
You know, I really made a presumption there. I really thought we were gonna get the quantum. Oh, it's fine. Let's speed things up.
Don't come any closer.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all.
I'll end your misery.
Man, his music's so good.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Rise to the challenge. Confess. I'm okay. Put forth all your might.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
To the challenge.
Oh, you've been going through it on your TikTok? Nice. I'll have to take a look.
Can I have fun this time? Free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The flesh wound. Rise to me. Pledge thine loyalty.
Protect me. Protect me.
Patched up.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Don't mess with me. More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Yeah, there's the quantum weakness. Aw, man. Now if I kill this, will I break the barrier? It's worth a try.
These or devils. I'll crush them all. You're fighting a gentleman. Confess.
Can I have fun this time?
Oh, okay, I just had to bonk him to break it. Got it, got it.
This combat needs. This is double speed.
So are you just kind of going through each class and then doing like quick hits on what it does, or how's it look when you're going through?
Put forth all your might.
Bop. Go with the heal here.
Lands at the ready. Scratch.
So you are afraid of me.
Lance ablaze. Lance! Forward!
Alright, phase 2. Oh, that's a lot of
More
ads.
enemies.
Alright. Let's move in next. The rose.
Time for a buzz.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double
Keep
speed.
him debuffed.
What a headache. Who's next? I'll end your misery.
Confess. Put forth all your might. Get the rise to the challenge. These or
Got it.
devils.
Big fan of
Crush
this.
them all.
I'm on guard.
Gonna scroll it away into my I've got like a collection of RPG themes that I keep on hand for different like D&D encounters and stuff. Definitely putting this in my pocket.
I'll end your misery.
Let's pop that.
Time for a buzz.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the
Alright,
sea
big
of
hit coming in.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Ooh,
This combat needs optimizing.
that hurt a lot.
This is double speed.
To the challenge.
I'll end your misery.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Protect me. Protect me.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze.
Alright, let's get that break.
Lance!
Your demeanor, strength, and the etiquette of your combat. I admit you have won me over. Extraordinary and enjoyable in equal measure. Encountering an opponent of your caliber proves the existence of the beauty. The end of our battle signifies my departure. The moment has finally arrived for me to bid farewell to the Express. I came to the Express to help you find a solution to this crisis. When my mission is complete, I shall venture back into the cosmos. But the cosmos is boundless. We may yet have another encounter. Dear friend, I assure you, I am not a reckless person. I will ready myself for the opportunity to escape. Excellent, dear friend. After completing my mission here, I shall find somewhere else that requires my protection. Worry not. As a knight, I bear the resolve and honor of assured victory. My body tempered by countless battles, will not easily be broken. Such a brief, fortuitous encounter. It has been an honor knowing each and every one of you on the Express.
Walt.
Let's go talk with the others.
Here we go. Argenti's wild.
Argenti wants to leave the Express and fight the giant sting alone?
You're gonna need a ride home, Velite.
Desires? I don't have any desires. I'm busy working every day. Even if I did have one, it's been long forgotten. Come to think of it, maybe the IPC made me immune to hallucinations.
What? Argenti wants to go by himself? No way! That's too dangerous!
Alright, what are the others thinking?
The outer wall of the Express is probably melting in gastric acid. I can't even imagine what it must look like.
We're not having a good time in here.
He insisted on doing his duty.
Alright, well, I got good news and bad news.
So, how did your talk with Argenti go? I see. Based on our dealings with him so far, I can't say I'm overly surprised. Sounds like the kind of plan a younger me might have come up with. But that doesn't mean I approve of it. How do you see things?
I don't get it.
I suppose it all depends on whether you support his understanding of and devotion to the beauty. We can't change what other people long for.
I took a nap just now. I dreamt there was another me piloting Argenti's one and only. What's wrong with me? I never dream. After stealing Argenti's spaceship, I said to myself, go find Argenti. I'm not the type to start caring about people I've only just met. The dream made me feel a little uneasy. So what on earth is Argenti up to, anyway? Huh? What? He wants to fight that huge bug on his own? So all that
yeah,
talk
he
of
does.
Departing the mortal coil and bidding farewell to a plant, that was all serious? You refused him, right? That's a suicide mission! And for what? Don't get me wrong, I don't really care. But if he dies, how am I going to turn my life around? Alright, fine, I care about him. Why is he so difficult? Are his beliefs more important than his life? No way, I've gotta talk some sense into him.
Let's see if we can talk him down.
After jumping from the Express, I shall pierce the wall of the giant sting's stomach. It should then violently convulse, so the Express can escape the confines of its body. Velite, have you something to say?
It's reckless to put yourself in danger. Do you really have to fulfill your nightly duty? Isn't there another way? I just don't get it.
You too are worried for my safety. You may not have realized, but you have a unique and noble soul. I hope I can keep my promise to escort you to your destination.
You... Oh, what the heck? Fine. I can be brave too, you know. If you insist on doing this, then I'm coming with you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be alive right now. I may not be as strong as you, but I'll do whatever I can.
These two have really formed like a buddy cop duo.
I appreciate that. But it would be best for you to remain on the Express.
You're impossible. Fine. It suddenly struck me that if it weren't for this accident, we would never have met, let alone become friends. My life is a third-rate fiction next to your heroic saga, but at least they coincided. So you still want to do it? Are we gonna say goodbye here? Then don't die. I'll be waiting for you. After we fix this mess, you've got some spokesperson duties at my company to attend to. Just make sure you come back in one piece.
Do not worry. You will hear my shout. Idrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all. Once the Express is safely out, I will devise my own exit plan and navigate my way to safety. Until next time, having witnessed this spectacle, I am sure you will come to grasp the depth of my convictions. In the sanguine, eternal night of the universe, my existence professes a loyalty greater than the guileless.
Hey! We made it!
Huh. Well, how about that? The Express doesn't look,
Did the Express make the universe explode?
No, this is a hallucination caused by the giant sting. The commotion must have led to a great shedding of wing particles.
Huh? Then maybe the insect wasn't that big. Maybe it was all an illusion.
I'm afraid not, March.
Challenge complete. Argenti may or may not be dead.
I bet Argenti would think these fireworks were really beautiful. I didn't know him very long, but he was a pretty nice guy. I hope he made it.
The Express managed to escape the crisis, but Pom Pom still feels a little sad. Pom Pom wonders what happened to Argenti.
Velite just left the Express too. He looked really upset. I guess he didn't know what Argenti was thinking either.
The Knights of Beauty are made up of individuals who are used to traveling through the cosmos alone. They're difficult to understand. And the
Being a
starry
gigantic
sky
ham
is
lets
their
you
home.
breathe in space, I guess.
Perhaps this fireworks
Maybe.
show is a symbol of his honor.
That's the one thing that I was thinking about when he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna jump out and stab it. It's like, what comes after the stab? I've kind of just landed on, when it comes to space adventures, to just accept that space doesn't work how you'd expect it to work. And just be like, alright, yeah, they can run around on top, outside, without worrying about the giant suit and the lack of air.
But the fireworks and the starry sky, he didn't see it.
He has his own goals and struggles. After all, the Eon of Beauty has likely already fallen.
You mean Adrilla? The one he wouldn't stop talking about? But he said he'd find them and fulfill his duty to protect them.
The fact that Adrilla has fallen is tacitly acknowledged by some Knights of Beauty. Naturally, there are others who don't want to believe it. Like the one you met. He probably thinks that Adrilla is simply missing, hiding somewhere beyond the reach of mortals. The crisis is over, and our unexpected guest has left. But I think there's still something we should talk about. In your opinion? What is beauty?
That's a big philosophy question. A lover's eyes, all fun, no work, watching cats eat food manically. That would exist between the crew. Aww.
That's a good answer. Beauty takes many forms, and different people have different answers. I wonder what exactly it is that the Knights of Beauty are pursuing through the cosmos. Let's assume that Argenti finds the missing Adrilla. Will he be able to recognize them with his human eyes? Or, obsessed with his version of them, will he turn a blind eye and not even see them for who they are?
It did seem like he had a kind of tunnel vision. And it sounded like he was holding himself to unreachable standards to attain his dreams. I didn't quite wrap my head around him. I guess if we're ever back in Belobog and see a red-headed knight shouting into trash cans, "Idrilla! Are you in there? Idrilla!" I won't be surprised. But so what? I still think he was a nice guy. Even if he was a bit weird.
Where were we supposed to be going again?
New message. Hey, he lived. I'm gonna start crying. Alright, maybe that's a little too much. Holy shit, that's pretty funny. Wormageddon. Wait, they just gave us... Did they give us his song? Yeah, they did. I'll probably put it back to Spacewalk later. But for now, we vibing. Alright, good stuff. I still need to do the Marshall tournament. But I do be getting hungry, so I think I'm gonna wrap up shortly. Let me, anywhere to send us? Handy. Nope, not really. Alright. Well, I'm glad we're caught up. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Kate. Happy holidays to you too. Talk to you soon. And thank you to everyone else for also hanging out. Good to see some faces I haven't seen in a while. Hope everyone had fun and was enjoying the chill. I'm hoping to be more disciplined with this. Mind you, February is going to be a bit of a mess. We'll see what the future holds. Alright, I'll talk to everyone later. Have a good rest of your Saturday, and happy holidays, and Merry Christmas, and all that jazz. Alright, peace everyone.